Ladies and gentlemen, Tristan Smith.
Never thought I would be like this. Just wide awake waiting on a good night kiss. Sipping 90 proof, talking to the moon, counting down the hours till it's 2 a.m. Never thought I would be like this. So this night is due, and a yellow cab shooting me a text saying coming home soon. Long as I can bet on you crawling into bed after sipping out your high heel shoes. I ain't lying, saying have a good time out with your girls, girl, do what you do. No matter how, baby, I'll be staying up. I can't sleep without you. I never thought I would be like this. Just wide awake waiting on a good night kiss. Smell of the hair on the pillowcase. Even if I tried without you by my side, I'd be dreaming with my eyes open. Well, I'd be tossing and turning all night, babe. But as long as the night is due, and a yellow cab shooting me a text saying coming home soon. Long as I can bet on you crawling into bed after sipping out your high heel shoes. I ain't lying, saying have a good time out with your girls, girl, do what you do. No matter how, baby, I'll be staying up. I can't sleep without you. Well, I can't sleep without you, no. But hear that DJ's playing your song and you carrying on, girl. I love the thought of you long as I know I'm the one you're coming home to. Night is due, and a yellow cab shooting me a text saying coming home soon. Long as I can bet on you crawling into bed after sipping out your high heel shoes. I ain't lying, saying have a good time out with your girls, girl, do what you do. No matter how, baby, I'll be staying up. I can't sleep without you. I can't sleep without you, no. I can't sleep without you. Oh, man.
Whoa, Tristan Smith.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, dude.
Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the live stream, man.
It's nice, man. It's nice.
Dude, this is cool to have you here.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute since I played. It's been a minute. Been pretty busy.
Was the last time Chicho's?
I think, yeah, that was literally the last time I went out and played with Chicho's.
No kidding.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that was, how long ago was that? Was that like?
Dude, that was like 2 months ago.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm out of practice then.
What are you doing?
God.
Being crazy, man.
100%.
No, I'm glad we were able to make this happen. I'm really glad we were able to make this happen. So, what do you got for us today?
I'm going to try this one blues song, you know, my favorite song, favorite artist, Johnny Lang. You've heard me sing a couple of him, dude. It's, Johnny Lang is just amazing blues artist, but other than that, it's more of like pop country.
Okay.
I start singing, so.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because just before we started this, you had mentioned starting to move a little bit away from country, moving into blues, moving into pop even, mentioning Maroon 5, which, dude, I mean, if you got a range that can go that high, that's crazy.
Well, I'm going to attempt to. It's, hopefully, I hope I do well with it, because I'm kind of trying to veer off, like I said, country, and get into blues. You know, I feel like my voice is more meant for blues.
Right.
So,
yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to play. Blues is fun to play.
Yeah, for sure. That's exciting. Well, let's dive into it.
All right, let's see. All right. Ready? It's a little blues for y'all. Well, I used to wake the morning before the rooster crowed, searching for soda bottles and getting myself some dough. Brought him down to the corner and down to the country store. Cash him in and give my money to a man named Curtis Lowe. Old Kurt was a black man with white curly hair. When he had a fifth of wine, he did not have a care. I used to own an old dobro, used to play it across his knee. Well, I'd give on Kurt my money, he'd play all day for me. Well, play me a song, Curtis Lowe, Curtis Lowe. Well, I got your drinking money, so tune up your dobro. And people said he was a useless, and them people all were fools. 'Cause Curtis Lowe was the finest picker to ever play the blues. Well, he lived to be 60, well, I was maybe 10. Well, Mama used to whoop me, but I'd go see him again. I clap my hands, stomp a beat, try to stay in time. He'd sing another song or two and then take another drink of wine. Play me a song, Curtis Lowe, Curtis Lowe. Well, I got your drinking money, so tune up your dobro. Well, people said he was a useless, them people all were fools. 'Cause Curtis Lowe was the finest picker to ever play the blues. On the day old Curtis died, nobody came to pray. Don't preachers say some words and they chucked him in the clay. Well, he lived a lifetime playing the black man's blues. And on the day he lost his life, that's all he had to lose. Well, play me a song, Curtis Lowe, Curtis Lowe. Well, I wish that you were here so everyone would know. Well, people said he was useless, but them people all were fools. 'Cause Curtis Lowe was the finest picker to ever play the blues. Yeah, man. That was fun. I don't ever really play that song for many people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. That one's like the comfort of my own home song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's a great song, man. You sing it really well.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Dude, you got a crazy smooth voice.
Yeah, it wasn't always like that, you know. Like, I was almost like an Ed Sheeran, you know. He was garbage like when he first started at his like first talent show. I did my first talent show and I bombed it. I'm talking bombed it. It was terrible. I randomly picked up a drummer and I was like, "You know how to drum?" He's like, "Yeah." Didn't know how to drum at all. Didn't know anything about it. First thing about it. And
love it when that happens.
Yeah, I thought I'd never play again after that night. Yeah.
All right. So was that one of those things where it was like middle school, high school, or we're talking later on?
It was like freshman year. It was
okay.
Freshman year of high school. Heard there was a talent show, and I've been playing around my guitar, and I was like, you know, I want to try to sing, you know. I was like, I got an acoustic. I was like, let me try to sing, you know. And like the day before the talent show, too, I didn't have an acoustic anymore. It shattered in my hands, basically.
Whoa.
So, yeah, I had to borrow an acoustic, and then I had to borrow a random drummer. And I'd never play again.
A drummer
after that
who
day.
didn't drum.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. It was awful.
That's perfect.
And then here I am now. I showed up here in Virginia, and I've been playing since.
Boom. There you go. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about that. So you're not from here?
No, from down south Georgia.
Down south Georgia. Okay. When did you first pick up a guitar?
I had to have been. I was 15 years old, and my dad seen me in the back seat, and it was like some like AC/DC playing.
Okay.
And I was like just doing air guitar. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, my dad's like, "You really want to play?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I would love to play. And he did an experiment. He bought me a cheap little first act guitar from like a pawn shop.
Right.
I didn't know how to tune it, but I sat there and I played that thing like all day and night. And yeah, never took lessons, never did anything. Straight up just YouTube.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Thank God for YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, except for their algorithm. Oh, man. So started at 15, just screwing around with a pawn shop guitar, and then all of a sudden you're in Virginia Beach. How'd you get here?
Military. So
Okay.
I'm active duty right now. I just got stationed up here. My uncle was stationed up here before, and he was telling me it was a great area. And I was like, might as well.
Yeah.
Came out here and then heard about open mic night. I've never heard of an open mic night. I didn't know what that was.
Really?
You know, until I came out here. They were like, open mic night, yeah, you just show up and you play. And that's how I started playing out here.
Dude, that's
That's where I
dope.
met you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dude, I've met a lot of people through open mic. That is like,
Yeah.
if I had one piece of advice I could give to any musician that's trying to get into music and find their like musical community in their area, open mic.
Open mic night, I don't think I had that luxury in down South Georgia. You know, the bars were far away. Everything was far away.
Right.
Barely had open mic nights. You know, it was just good majority of it was just people sitting around a fire and playing.
Yep.
You know, that was our open mic nights.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny though? It's not just, you know, like being out in like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm from Boston. Dude, when I was up there, I think I found like 2. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about this area. It's this area too.
Dude, yes, like it blew my mind. When I found an open mic, when I found the first open mic, and then the guys there were telling me about like a couple other ones, I was like, wow, there's like 4 or 5 open mics in Virginia Beach. That's crazy.
It's an entire
And then
community.
then it turns out there's like 50, you know, or maybe 100. I don't even know. Dude, there's open mics everywhere you go, every day of the week almost. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Open
you know?
mic nights, I would say, like you mentioned, they were great for up-and-coming musicians.
Big time.
It's the equivalent of like confiding in a friend. You literally go up there and you play, and you aren't judged if you're, you know, bad or good. If you're great, you still aren't judged. If you're bad, you still aren't judged. Like nothing. It's fantastic. It really opened me up and like got me comfortable out there.
No, it's a great way to build your chops as a performer, and to get comfortable up on or not necessarily on a stage, but sometimes on a stage.
Sometimes,
you know,
sometimes it's a stage.
Riff House, shout out to Riff House. They have a stage.
Kelly's,
Or
with Keegan's.
Keegan's, yeah.
Keegan's has a stage.
Yeah, so it's a great way. It's also a good way just to play in front of different crowds, specifically crowds who don't care about you at all, right? So if you can win like one person over in a bar, that, you know, they didn't come there to see you.
No.
You know, they probably didn't even know there was an open mic. They're probably kind of annoyed, right? If you can win that person over, you're doing good work.
Mine was I would be at the open mic night, and how I know I was doing good was I'd get off the stage, and right time I got off stage, there was a beer in my hand that someone else bought for me, and I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So instead of money, I can just get paid in alcohol. This sounds fantastic.
Welcome to the life of a musician.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bar tab was $0 my first open mic night.
There you go. That's always a good feeling. Yeah, when somebody buys you drinks, or sometimes this has only happened to me, I think, once, maybe twice, where I've gotten tipped.
Really?
Yeah, where somebody's like, here's like $10. I'm like, oh, shit, okay.
Who are you? I'm sorry. It's open mic night. You know this? You can come up here.
Yeah, right?
Seriously. You can come up here.
Seriously. It's like, it's also a great way to test out material that you're not certain of, like, you know, just to try it. And because it is such a community. Like, if you show up to an open mic once, sure, I mean, whatever. It seems like a bunch of random people. But if you keep going to a bunch of the same open mics, you're going to run into the same people. And before you know it, you know, you've got a group of people that you can try stuff out in front of and almost like audition, you know, once you get to that point where, you know, you can try stuff out and just see how it lands with your, you know, basically with your fellow musicians. So, yeah, open mics are a really helpful tool. You know, and I hear comedians talk a lot about that too, for like comedian open mics and that type of stuff, where even the pros, even the big shots occasionally will still go to like a regular old open mic to work out material. And of course, you know, everybody in the audience immediately loses it, right? Because it's like, oh, Bill Burr just walked in, you know. They just got to see a free show of him testing out 5 minutes of new material. Like, that's amazing. But yeah, it's a great thing.
I love it, and that's kind of what opened up my door. Whenever I went on deployment, I started. There was this dude, my buddy Cargill. He hid a drum set on the ship. And they were like, "What the hell? You hid this drum set?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like,
"Wait, electric kit or acoustic?"
Acoustic. Yeah, holy shit. I know, right? I said the same
What?
thing. I was like, "What? You have a full acoustic drum kit?" And he's like, yeah, it's right fucking there. I was like, "Oh, okay." So we had a drum set. He also brought a bass, his laptop, and an acoustic. And the ship had an acoustic, and they let us use their PA systems.
Yeah.
We had a full band that played at every port that we stopped at.
Whoa.
So basically, we did a world tour.
Dude.
It was cool. It was cool.
That's amazing. That must have been quite the experience.
It was fun. It was fun.
Now, about how long ago was that? Was that recent? Or was that...
No, it was like 2018-ish.
Oh, okay, so a couple years ago.
That was a long time ago. I'd learned a lot of songs, and you meet people, and there was a couple of people that you wouldn't think were, one dude out of the works was like, "Yeah, I play bass."
Yeah.
I was like, "Really?" He's like some big jack dude, just like,
It's like, pick it up. I put it down. I pick it up again. It's
yeah. And I was like, "You play bass? You don't eat it?" And he's like, No, I don't eat it. I play it. I was like, "Oh shit, okay, all right." Well, we had a full band. It was great. Learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
And came back and played again. I've been playing since then.
So your first tour was a world tour with the Navy.
Damn near, yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It was fun. It was great.
That's awesome. All right, let's do another song here.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's get it. Here it is. Well, I am insensitive, but I have the tendency to and pay more attention to the things that I need. Well, sometimes I drink too much, sometimes I test your trust, sometimes I don't know why you stay with me. How to love, oh, I don't make it easy. Well, I couldn't do it if I stood where you stood. How to love, and say that you need me. Well, I don't deserve it, but I love that you love me good. Well, I am a short fuse, well, I am a wrecking ball, crashing into your heart like I do. Well, you're like the Sunday morning, and full of grace and full of Jesus. Well, I wish that I could be more like you. How to love, oh, I don't make it easy. I couldn't do it if I stood where you stood. How to love, and say that you need me. Well, I don't deserve it, but love that you love me good. Girl, you've given me a million second chances, and I don't ever want to take you for granted. Well, I'm just a man. Well, I'm just a man. How to love, oh, I don't make it easy. Love me good.
Now, about how many songs do you know?
Oof. Not many. I'm gonna be honest. I think in total, I mean,
I don't know, because I've seen you bust out a lot of songs, like at cheat shows.
well, in my mind, it's not many, but in all like, yeah, like, because every song I hear on the radio, I at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
Damn near. Like, I'll go home and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that one's new. I've heard that. Let me try it. You know,
Yeah,
it sounds terrible. Throw it out of my brain. But in all reality, it's still there. It's if I were to hear it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know how to play that, and I'd get it and I'd play it. I'd say like definitely a couple hundred. Definitely a couple hundred.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I believe it. Now, do you write?
I've wrote like one song.
Really?
One song. Yeah, I'm not lyrically inclined by any means. Like that is the hardest. I don't see how people do it.
Interesting.
I would have to pick up a dictionary and just like look through it and make a song through there. I don't know how people do it.
That might not be a bad process, actually.
God,
just pick up like a thesaurus or something.
That's
Get a
freaking
dictionary
Eminem right there.
Yeah.
I don't see how people do it. Like I've heard local artists out here play some of their songs that they've written, and I'm like, oh my God. Like,
yeah.
That sounds like someone's already written it, you know?
Now, is that something you have an interest in, or is it something you never really cared about all that much?
I would love to write my own music.
Have you thought about partnering with somebody?
I've thought about it. I've really thought about it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I could see a band behind you.
I would love to.
You would crush it out here if you had a band, dude, like the Eagle's Nest.
Yeah.
They would love you.
Oh yeah,
bro.
That's the only thing that kills me about Virginia a little bit is that the country scene isn't that big out here. It really isn't with country music wise.
Interesting.
Live performers, if you really think about it.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I've seen. Well, I guess you're right.
Maybe I haven't. I haven't experienced yet. I haven't been out and seen a country singer. It's all been.
I haven't seen a ton of country bands. However, one of the biggest bands in the area is a country band.
Really?
Buckshot. Yeah.
Buckshot?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm gonna need to look them up.
Yeah.
They play out here?
They play all over the place out here.
Crazy.
Yeah, they play like their shows they've been getting big too. Like when they play at I mean they'll play at a bar, but it's not like them showing up and playing at a bar. It's like an event and like 150 people show up. Like every time.
That's nuts.
Yeah, there's always like everywhere they go, it's always a shitload of people.
Maybe I've heard of them cuz I've had a couple of people talk to me, and they're like, yeah, there's this country bar out here, and I have yet to go. I don't know why I haven't gone. There's a country bar that apparently, like, I forgot what it's called. It's just mainly country artists that go out there.
Right.
They said there's only, like, a handful, though, that go out there and play it.
Interesting. Well, there's also, I think you've met him, Abe Drinkin and the Magic Holler Boys.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, they're less country and more, as they like to call it, naughty bluegrass.
Yes.
But they definitely do some country stuff, and they have a bit of that flair.
I love bluegrass. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go check them out.
Yeah, dude. I could have sworn you met Abe Drinkin at one point, but if you haven't, you need to.
I'm gonna have to look him up.
Yeah, and James Dowdy as well. Big shout out to JD3.
Yeah, I've heard his name before.
Yeah, he's they came onto the live stream, the Magic Holler Boys, and he plays with them, and he also James Dowdy plays guitar for the Holler Boys, and he also has his own band called JD3, which we're looking to get them on here at some point as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, what James does now, he's more bluesy in a lot of what he does, and there's. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe what JD3 does, but it definitely has a bluesy and very I don't know, organic element to it. It's kind of band jammy, but precise. You know. So all right, so why country? I mean, of course, these are the obvious. Like you grew up in Georgia.
Yeah.
But like, why'd you get into country?
I was first into like hard rock. I was first into
really
Disturbed, like and stuff like that.
Dude,
I think
me
every
too.
musician, every musician who's ever picked up a guitar was like, yeah, Disturbed, yeah, that's what I'm gonna start off with. Yeah, I got into them, and then I slowly transitioned to 3 Doors Down, And I started playing a couple of them, and then that's when I started like practicing singing. Was a couple of Three Doors Down songs, and me and a couple of people, you know, there's these guys that were older than me. They were like 2-3 grades ahead of me, and they invited me to play in a band with them. And I was like, you know, I was like young freshman, and I was like excited about that. I was like, hell yeah, I get to play with these guys, and they play out in, you know, gigs and places. And I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah.
And my first little gig. The first song I played was Cocaine. She don't like cocaine. And then I just played the Nice. That was my whole little thing right there. They just needed someone to do that.
Yeah.
And I was happy to be there. And then out of nowhere, country I sat there and listened to country, and I was like, I like this. I was like, I think I could do this.
Yeah. All right, so you get into country, but now you're eyeing the blues and even pop music. It's a pretty, especially the pop part. That's kind of a radical shift. So what brought that on?
I don't know. You know, honestly, I just been practicing like random things that I would hear. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think it might have been TikTok. I think they might have been sending me like subliminal messages like through TikTok.
Yeah.
Because you'll hear all those songs on TikTok and all, and I mean, I get bored and I lay in bed and I'll just scroll, and I think that's just kind of what got it. I was like, oh, I like the way that sounds. And then like there'd be someone I'd scroll through TikTok and there's like an acoustic musician. Yeah. Because I love acoustic covers. And there'd be an acoustic musician doing pop songs, and it sounded fantastic. And I was like, I might want to try that.
There you go.
It looks fun.
Nice.
Like the cover band Voice Avenue is one of them that made me want to do it.
So as far as blues and pop songs, what are you eyeing right now? Like, what are you thinking about adding to your repertoire?
I want to add some of the newer stuff, and I want it to be something that people have never heard an acoustic version of. You know?
Okay, yeah.
You know, as in, like, for instance, what's his name? Is it Bruno Mars? He sings the Talking to the Moon. I know you're somewhere out there.
Maybe. I'm terrible, dude. I'm terrible with names when it comes to like songs and all that.
It's a really good poppy song, though. Yeah, and I don't think I've ever heard an acoustic version of it.
Really?
Like on like an acoustic guitar. So I mean, like if I was to play out in town, play that, and everybody's like, they hear that, and they're like, what the hell?
Dude, you might make some headway with that. You start playing some of these pop songs, but doing it acoustic. You might, you know, might be some interest from some of the bars and venues that want, you know, weekday and like Friday night musicians, like acoustic acts and stuff.
There's also, I would say, like open mic nights that I've seen a couple of people do that. And then I think that's why I wanted to do it, because it also caught my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I forgot what song it was, but someone did. It was an old rap song. It might have been Gangster's Paradise in all reality, and they did an acoustic version of it. And I like turned. I was like, "Is that Gangster's Paradise?" I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, acoustic guitar, and he was getting it, and I was like, "I want that. That sounds good. I want to do that."
Well, I know. My buddy Matt does No Diggity, and also T.A. Gatling. He also does No Diggity acoustic.
I know Matt and No Diggity.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
He crushes
really
it.
Well. He does really well with that.
Yeah, but what's cool about it, like, he keeps the guitar work so simple on that, and and he uses it to just set a backbeat and just, you know, strums the chords, but keeps it real simple and lets his voice do all the work, and it sounds amazing. It's awesome.
I've seen him play it in front of a couple of people.
Yeah, everybody loses their shit. When he does.
I lost my shit. I was like a little schoolgirl. I was screaming. It was really good.
Yeah,
it was really good. And it might have been a little bit of him too, in all honesty. Since the recent, I think I might have heard that, and I was like, wow, that sounds badass.
Dude, you know. Possibly. You know, the funny thing is, too, like, I don't know, maybe there's something in the water or something, because I've been getting into pop music, too. I used to hate pop music for no other reason than everybody else liked it. You know, I was one of those growing up where, like, I just had an ego about the whole thing. I was like, that's not real music, but now, like, that's all I want to make. Yeah. Just want to make really good pop music.
Isn't it crazy how it just kind of settles in after an amount of time?
Well, I've been listening to a lot of Billie Eilish lately.
Really?
Yeah, and I love the production. Like, the sounds, they're just so cool, and everything's just huge, and just it feels good. Like your ears feel good listening to it.
Yep.
You know, it's like a physical experience.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I think I haven't really listened to her that much, but like that might be why that everybody loses their mind over her, because they have that experience with her music. And I was like, oh wow.
Yep.
I might go check her out then.
Exactly. No, it's dope. It's good stuff. You know, so that's what I've been kind of starting to focus in on. So I don't know. Like I said, maybe there's something in the water, dude.
It might be. The band what got me into blues also was the band Kaleo.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
I don't think I have.
They made that song. Their one song that got them famous was "Way Down," and way down. We
That
go.
sounds familiar.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, I looked them up for that song. I was like, who sings that song? And did my research on that band, and they're really like a blues band from like Switzerland or something. Yeah, and they're fantastic. They're like a modern blues. Like you could put a label on them, 2021 blues. Like that's like what they are.
No kidding.
Like a nowadays blues, and it's crazy how good they are.
You do any of their stuff?
No, I would not do him justice at all. I tried, and I was like, nope, no way. If he ever caught me doing that, I'd be embarrassed. I'm like, no, no way. He's really good. It's really hard.
So let me ask you this: Have you started on anything? Any of this new, like the blues direction or the pop direction? Do you have anything in the works? Do you have anything that you want to bust out?
Like I said, the Maroon 5 I was trying to play around with, and I don't think I'm ready for that one yet. I don't
want to put you on the spot. I know I just did, but
yeah, I think the one pop song that everybody likes that I do, it's a little softer. I don't have to sing as much for it. But like you said, and for instance with the Billie Eilish song, it's more of a feel music. So the guitar does the work in this song, and it's actually a mashup. And you might have heard me sing it before, Counting Stars and Monsters by Rihanna.
Oh, yeah.
It's two pop songs mashed together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cool little fun little thing to play.
Yeah. You want to do it?
I'll try it. I'll try it out. Let's see. Alrighty. Alright. This is a mashup between Counting Stars and Monsters. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. And baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars. I see this life like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line, and in my face is flashing signs. I seek it out and you shall find it. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think this world's been told, just doing what we're told. And I'm friends with the monsters that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me, so I'm holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy, but that's not fair. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. And I'm friends with the monsters that's under my bed. get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy, but that's not fair. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the rhythm of lessons I've learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the rhythm of lessons I've learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the rhythm of lessons I've learned. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. I said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. It's a fun little one right there. It's mainly for the acoustic, and you know, it's a little mashup.
Dude, that's dope.
It's fun. It's fun to play. It's really fun to play.
I was having fun just listening to it, man.
It gets everybody like sitting there vibing. And it's easy on my voice too. Whenever I'm like playing a long set, I'll usually whip that one out near the end, give a little break.
There you go.
And then it's fun. It's just easy.
Dude, if your plan is to put together more stuff like that, you're gonna go very far in this town.
I would love to. I would love to mash up a bunch of songs too, because everybody loves mashups. They'll hear one part and they're like,
yeah,
okay, I like that song, and then I also like that one.
Yeah,
holy
well,
shit, down there.
And it's also like, it's for normal people, it's like doing a magic trick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, how'd he do that? You know, there's a level of showmanship to that that's cool, and people appreciate it. It grabs their attention.
Oh yeah,
you know,
especially like. And it all depends on with the guitar too. Like I don't think that song would be what it was without little fancy, you know, the.
Yeah, which by the way, you're a great guitar player.
No. I'm a chord guy. That's all I am.
I don't know, man. That finger picking you were doing there.
Well, I mean,
it's easy to mess that up.
I think that was given at birth, being born in the South. You know, like, just like. Yeah, you're Southern. If you're gonna pick up a guitar, you're gonna finger pick it.
Now, I think humble is what you get at birth, being from the South. Yeah. That though, it's fun. You can play, and it was steady, it was smooth. That's the thing. Like I pay attention to that type of stuff. Like I pay close attention to that type of stuff.
That's like my rhythm of finger picking too. In all reality, I don't think I've ever heard anybody play like that, and I only use 2 fingers.
Yeah,
and it's just it. I kind of just sat down one day and I was just like playing around, and then. It just popped up in my head, and I was like, I think that sounds cool. Yeah. Try to repeat that with different chords. Like, yeah. My dad thought it was cool, too. He listened to it. He was like, holy shit.
Now, when you went from, just picking up a guitar for the first time, like, were you serious about it immediately? Did you go like, oh, I know this is something I want to do? Or were there periods where, for like months or even years at a time where you just kind of let the guitar sit collecting dust?
There's never been a point where I've let it sit and collect dust.
Really?
Never. It's always been. I love music, and it's tough. Now it is tough whenever you go out there and you don't perform your best that one night, and I'll get frustrated. I'm a very
critical
emotional guy. Yeah, I'll be like, damn it, I never want to play again.
Right.
Nope. Never been a point where I've ever put it down. I've always just picked it up, laid on the bed, when I'm bored, and I'll just play around on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, never put it down, though. I never will. My goal is to learn other instruments. I want to be able to teach music, actually, when I get out of the Navy.
Really?
So, yeah, I don't care if I'm at, high school, teaching music. I literally put on a pair of jeans, and I go to high school and teach kids, and that's my job,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's been my main focus since I got a guitar.
Really?
100%. Since I was 15, I've wanted to teach music.
Dude, that's fascinating. But you've never taken lessons?
Never taken lessons. I actually gave lessons in high school. There was a guitar class, and by this time I was playing, for 5 years.
Right.
Or it was 3 years, actually. Yeah, it was 3 years. And the guitar teacher was like, yo, Tristan, just... can you teach him this song,
Yeah.
You're definitely going to pass. Here's the chords. Teach him the song, because he had to go and tend to other musical stuff, with performances and all that they were doing. So for that hour, I taught an entire class a good majority of the time.
No kidding. That's dope.
It was great. It was. I think that's what really got me into it. I was like, I want to teach music. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Just walking to work. That's my job. That'd be nuts.
Dude, that's sweet.
Yeah.
It's a good dream to have. Actually, it's funny because I have another buddy named Tristan who is a guitar teacher.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's lucky. He's lucky. I wanna do that so bad. So when I get out, that's the first thing I'm going to do.
Yeah. Now, how long? Well, you don't have to say, but like about what's your timeline looking like for something like that?
If I don't re-enlist, I'm looking at maybe within like 8 years.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So when I get the college done and all and get everything right,
Nice.
And if it's sooner, it's sooner. If it's, but I'm looking at about 8 years.
Wow.
So.
Are you doing a full 20?
No, I'm definitely not doing a full 20. No, it's not for me. I'm really doing this for the college so I can go teach music.
Right. So, are you taking any music like courses or classes or any music related?
Not yet. I'm gonna wait till I get out to start doing all that.
Gotcha.
And I'll have my free time,
So, one thing, I feel like I've been bringing this up a lot lately. One thing I'll recommend is the Berkeley 5-week summer program up in Boston. Yes. It's a great experience. You go up there for 5 weeks. You live on their campus. You take classes. They put you in a band. They do all of this stuff. They basically give you, in 5 weeks, an idea and a pretty thorough idea of what going to school there full-time would be like. But what's really helpful and useful about it is the people that you meet and the experiences that you have just in those 5 weeks. You're going to get a crash course on musicianship and musicality and the theory. Yeah.
Theory is the biggest thing that I'm worried about in all reality. Theory sounds hard. It just sounds hard.
It is and it isn't. It's daunting. When you first look at it, you're learning a new language. That's what it is. You're learning a new alphabet, essentially. A new style of writing and just all of it. And so all at once, when you first start, it is pretty crazy because you're looking at an alien language, essentially.
Yeah.
But, and I know this because I've been working on my theory lately.
Good.
I started taking cello lessons, and my cello teacher, she's kind of a hard ass about that, I'm just, she's watching. I'm just, no, she's great. She's amazing. But it's in the classical world, theories, if you don't know theory, you can't be in that world, so in the classical world, at least. So I've been, focusing on that and trying to, learn it. And it definitely is. It's a weird challenge, especially because I've been doing music for so long. It's weird being a beginner at something musical again. It's kind of cool, but that presents its own challenges.
That's what I'm not ready for. It's like you're basically starting over.
Yeah.
Whatever you knew, throw it away. It's you're gonna learn everything.
In certain regards, yeah. That's the weird part. Or what's frustrating is like I'm learning a piece right now that on guitar, piano, flute, whatever. It's the Lord of the Rings, right? I can play that on on a flute, on a guitar, on a piano, no problem. I'm learning it on the cello. The cello is like, it's this weird, I don't know, man. Just it's none of your other skills translates to it.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
You would figure if you play guitar,
you would think.
Really?
You would think, but none of those skills translate because you're the position that your hands are in. You have to build a completely new set of muscle memory when you're playing this thing, and so. And I can play it like a little bit. I can like squeak out the notes. I can get it there. But the real trick is that I can't just play the piece. I have to read it off the sheet music and play it and like not cheat by just using my ear. Because with my ear I can play it, but I have to actually read it. And so that's been a struggle, because that's a whole other mental process. So it's like what's frustrating about that is that I can pick up a guitar and play it no problem, just from memory, just from knowing it. But then when I go to do it on the cello and I like sit down and force myself to actually read the sheet music, I struggle with it like crazy. And it's like, dude, this is so easy. Why can I not do it? Like I can.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah,
oh, man.
yeah.
That's gonna be the struggle for there. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, so that's something to prepare for. But you know what? Once you start, like anything else, once you start doing it, just keep doing it, and you'll get better at it. And before you know it, you're good at it. And then it's and then you look back because I mean, it might take you, or in this case me, 6 months, or it might take me a year, or it might take me 5 years. Yeah. Okay. But those 5 years, or that year, or those 6 months, those are going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
Right? So at the end of it, do I want to know how to do this and be a better musician, or do I want those years to just pass and have not done it and not be a better musician? Because those years are going either way. So what do you want at the end of it?
As well.
So, but I feel you there. It's definitely a daunting thing, but
I'm not ready for it. I got to. Oh, that's all I've heard from music theory. It was like, it's tough, man. Like, good luck.
Yep. Yeah. Good luck. No, but it's doable.
Oh yeah. 100% doable. Just, I'm already there to that point with my guitar and all, and it's like I'm not ready to start over because starting from the beginning was terrible.
Yeah.
Like.
But you know what? It's gonna make. I mean, it's gonna make you a better guitar player. It'll make you a better singer. It'll make you a much better teacher.
Yeah, 100%.
I
need to get better with a band too because a lot of people like been saying that.
Yeah, the band.
Struggle with a band.
Dude, the band thing, especially in this area, the band thing is hard because just finding the musicians that want to commit to a project is really difficult. Because one of the blessings and one of the curses of this area is that there are a ton of venues that hire musicians on a regular basis. Now, that's great because it means you can actually earn a living doing music, nothing but music. It's hard, but you can do it. However, it also puts you in a position where if you're, a gigging musician doing this full time, you're going to want to be in 4 or 5 bands because you want to be playing with the band that has a show lined up for next weekend, right? And if you're in one band, that might not happen, but if you're in 3, there's a good chance that you're going to be playing. And so a lot of musicians are in that situation, and they're less focused on wanting to be part of committed original projects, and they're more interested in being in multiple cover bands, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does make it difficult, to get a band going, and it can be difficult to motivate people to put in the work as well. If they're already in 2 or 3 successful bands, it's like, oh, well, now you want to start a new project. Nobody knows who you are. You're struggling to get gigs. None of the booking agents want to even talk to you. Why would I want to put my time into this when I got 2 other bands that I am gigging with? Yeah. So then there's that. So they're de-incentivized or disincentivized to start something new. So, that's a struggle. A lot of musicians out here are feeling that and experiencing it, but they're also powering through it and making it work.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
I think that's just me. I've always been a safe bet, and I'm like, I got this right here.
Right.
It's a safe bet right here. Just me and this little guitar. I'm like, that's it. That's always just safe.
Yeah.
I can make it how I want. If I mess it up, it's all on me. It's always been my fear too. With, bands and all. I'm like, God.
What, if you screw up or if somebody else screws it up?
If I screw up, and it throws off the whole band, I'm like, kind of like, fuck.
I don't think that happens that often. I haven't seen that all that much. I think once you get something going, I think it'll just naturally click, and you'll. I've never seen a band have to like stop mid-song.
Yeah. I would power through it, but like at the end of the song, I'd be beating myself in the backstage and be like, God, I should have practiced a little harder. And like that's always been my thing.
Yeah, always. Dude, we could always practice a little bit harder. Let me tell you. All right, what else you got for us?
Might play some Luke Combs.
Yeah.
That dude right there is fantastic.
Yeah.
That dude right there is getting huge.
Well, let's do a couple. If you got a couple songs lined up.
I could.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Back in the day, it was a 6-gun with a 6-string. Man, that was country. That's the way country still ought to be. It was lived not taught, it was earned not bought. Had to put in the work to get to the top. Let me tell you how things really gone wrong. These days it's all wanna be singing someone else's songs, but everybody's doing the same damn thing. But where have the rebels gone? 'Cause we don't need another pretty boy singing them pretty songs. Fake country boys doing country all wrong. I need another Haggard or a Johnny Cash, somebody chewing back, whooping ass. I need a preacher, I need a savior. How about y'all? Can I get an outlaw? Yeah. It don't have to be honky tonks and boots and Wrangler jeans. Ain't the banjo or the fiddle, no. It's the words and what they mean. And if you're gonna talk the talk, you better walk the walk. Now, brother, that's the truth. So honestly, what would Waylon Jennings do? I can guarantee if he was alive today, he'd ask us one more time, oh, she sure ain't done it this way. 'Cause we don't need another pretty boy singing them pretty songs. Fake country boys doing country all wrong. Need another Haggard or a Johnny Cash, somebody chewing back, whooping ass. I need a preacher, I need a savior. How about y'all? Can I get an outlaw? Yeah. Are the good times really gone for good, or can we get back to our roots? It's about damn time we raise the bar, so raise the glass if you feel like I do. 'Cause we don't need another pretty boy singing them pretty songs. Fake country boys doing country all wrong. Need another Haggard or a Johnny Cash, somebody chewing back, whooping ass. I need a preacher, I need a savior. How about y'all? Can I get an outlaw? Yeah. I pray country answers my call. Can I get an outlaw? Yeah. Oh, can I get an outlaw? Yeah. That was one of my favorite Luke Combs songs right there. Yeah. So much fun to play. Let's see. Speaking of Luke Combs, might play one of his other big ones. It's fun. Let's see. I hadn't had a good time since you know when. Got talked into going out with those she was staying in. Well, I was feeling like myself for the first time in a long time, until I bumped into some of your friends over there talking mine. Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went hot and stars quit shining. Rain was driving, thunder lightning wrecked my whole world when you came. like a hurricane. Knew it was gonna be a long night from the moment when we locked eyes over whiskey on ice, started talking about us again. Well, if I would've just laid my drink down, walked out, well, I wouldn't be in my truck and driving us to your house. But you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. I was doing alright for just your side, and my heart storming. The moon went hot and stars quit shining. The rain was driving thunder like wrecked my whole world when you came. Hit me like a hurricane. Hit me like a hurricane. Category 5 with your smile blew me away. And girl, it ain't but midnight. She done killed the lights. Will bend my heart back to your best side. Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning. Well, I was doing alright, but just your side had my heart storming. The moon went hot and stars quit shining. The rain was driving thunder like wrecked my whole world when you came. Well, yeah, you wrecked my world, yeah, when you came. And hit me like a hurricane. You hit me like a hurricane. You hit me like a hurricane. Fun, it's fun. Luke Combs, man, one of the best country artists out there.
That was dope, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Man, you know, I'm excited to hear you going for blues and for pop, but I hope you don't leave country behind.
No, I don't think I'll ever leave country.
Yeah, you crush it, man.
Oh yeah,
you really do.
My nana and my mom, they both sing like country music, sound amazing, and I think that's where I get it from, in all honesty. So I don't think I could ever leave it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you grew up with some musical family.
Well, they all sang. Everybody sang, but nobody played instruments.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so I was like the only one that ever picked up a guitar and started playing.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, once I started doing that, I was like got into it. I think also my nana and them singing and my mom singing kind of got me into country a little more too.
Right.
It's like, I think I'm born for this, honestly.
There you go. Yeah, dude. I mean, you definitely got something. You definitely got something.
I love it.
All right, real quick, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody that's been tuning in. This is the Lockdown live stream. We do this every Sunday at 6 p.m. with a different artist or band each week, straight out of Virginia Beach and Hampton Roads. If you like what we do here, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the YouTubes. Go ahead and like it if you want to help us with the algorithm, because the algorithm hates us. So, yeah, thanks for joining us here. Do you have you got one more for us, maybe?
Yeah, I got one more. I definitely have one more. Let's see. It's a big old world inside this little town. Thought it's all I needed to drown you out. It was gonna be easy. It was supposed to be easy. Put some days, put some miles in a rear view. Just a few state lines between me and you, and just a little space of time, and I'll be fine. Well, I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. There you were in a Delta night, Santa Fe sun, Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map. That don't stop me from missing you and looking back. Guess it's just one place I haven't gone. Well, I moved everywhere but home. My mail's still going to your mama's house, and I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you. Why I still think about you, just biding my time making ends meet. Loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete, planning my next move, I'm getting over you, yeah. Well, I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. There you were in a Delta night, Santa Fe sun, Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map. Well, I moved everywhere but home. Well, I moved everywhere but home. Thanks, man.
Oh, Tristan Smith. Dude, this was awesome. Thank you so much for coming in here and doing this, and on such short notice too.
Yeah.
There was a cancellation, so we had to pull him in here, and I'm really glad we were able to make it happen, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
I really appreciate it.
I got you. Anytime. I'll come back.
Right on, man. Dude, I'm definitely gonna have you back. Absolutely, and yeah, what I'm hoping for when we have you back, I want to hear some of that Maroon 5.
100%. I'm definitely gonna work on that. 100%. My girl loves it. She said it sounds fantastic, so I might have to just try it out.
Yeah, yeah, dude, I can't wait to hear you do that.
It's older. It's old school Maroon 5 too.
Oh, dude, that's like the best Maroon 5.
Like when he first started playing.
Yeah. Dude, his voice, are you going to try to go for that, like, crazy high?
The same one? I'm going to do my variation of it. I'm gonna have to, yeah. Yeah, there ain't no way I could hit those notes.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't know, man. Maybe. You never know.
No. I do know. I could never hit that. I could never do that.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, thank you again for coming out here and doing this. And for everybody that is tuned in or watching this later, thank you guys. The support, the channel's been growing steadily, which is awesome. The Facebook views have been going up steadily, which is awesome. So I really appreciate everybody out there that has found this entertaining and enjoyable and chooses to support it with their time. I really, really appreciate that. So thank you guys. And with that, we'll say goodnight.
All right. Good night, guys. Thank you for having me on here.
All right. Good night.